nation, Liberia. The flag of Liberia is flying all the time. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The red on the flag stands for bravery. The white on the flag stands for purity. The star is for republic. The blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 nations of people, we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore. Themselves and seek my face. I will rise and heal their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nations will come to your rising.
Okay, folks, let's say a very pleasant welcome. This is the last edition of the week Sports Talk, right here on your premium #1 platform when it comes to local sports. My name is Ben Gagwa. I'm here with you at least until 8:30. It's going to be a fascinating presentation because we've got a whole house. Basically, we'll talk for you beach soccer. Okay, beach soccer falls on FIFA. Pretty much the same rules like football, but they have, few changes, like the number of players on the field, when can you restart the play, the size of the pitch, what sort of pitch to be played on, how the referees conduct themselves, what is the main referee, who makes the call, and how penalty can be taken, how the game can be won, and all that. So there is already a beach soccer match league currently ongoing. Second year running, the Liberia Football Association have got this competition. So they've been internationally recognized in Africa, they're in the world. And when the league ends, FIFA is going to make, a full representation with respect to recognizing the beach soccer in Liberia. But before that, we've got the key talking points. We talk plenty of football. Our football has been successful in recent times, most especially the female category. The U20 team that has been coached by Famata Dean touched down in the country already on yesterday. They were very successful. It's for the first time our team had gone also in the major competition and reached that high. They finished third in the competition, beating Guinea unpenitent shooter after normal regulation ended 0-0. Famata Dean was coach of the team, girls, and the member of the technical staff safely returned to Liberia. Already, the Liberia Football Association has been making strides, to to support the team despite limited effort from government. They've been sending our requests and pleas order to people, meaningful Liberians, institutions, organizations and corporations and so forth to come up and support their national team. The U20 team has achieved already, but the big one is just ahead in a couple of days' time. On the 9th of June, right here in Monrovia, at the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex, Liberia U17 are going to take on the U17 girls of superpower, if you like, Nigeria, in women's football on the African continent. Well, you can be the judge. You can decide to say that Nigeria are overwhelming favorites, but the Liberian girls are only 180 minutes away from making history. What is at stake is that FIFA U17 championship. So if we qualify over Nigeria, obviously we are in the competition. So tonight, I'm going to talk to my colleague Trojan Kiezulu. He's going to be on the platform from our location where we can even get voice from some of the authorities of football and authorities of government. I understand Andy Kwame will be on the standby. We'll hear from Andy throughout in this program. Most likely, if we happen to have the president of the LFA, Mustafa Rajid, that would be good. But talking about the president of the LFA and the government of Liberia, talking about Andy Kwame, there was a fruitful meeting held on today at the Ministry of Youth and Sport. The Liberian government make, payment of salary arrears of the national team coach just on the eve of the team traveling to Namibia or traveling to South Africa to play Namibia. And then a few days after, they will be traveling from the south to the north in Morocco to play Sao Tome and Principe in the ongoing World Cup qualifier, who's supposed to be held by 3 countries, Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America. So welcome. Stay there if you can. Today is the 31st of Friday, last day in the month of May. This quick break. When I come back, I'll get my guests on. We're hopeful to have DJ Sporting, who will analyze the Mario Maranika team that leads on tomorrow. We'll also get the reaction from the Minister of Sports, Councillor Bangalu, on the occasion of the government making real the promises to the staffs of the senior national team. This break, my name is Ben Gagba. I'm going to talk with you very, very shortly. So welcome back to the program. Let's now bring on my co-presenter, Trojan Kiezulu. It's for the first time we've had him away from studio. The guy's wearing Real Madrid top. What's the reason you're wearing Real Madrid top? Come on, man.
Hello, Ben.
What's about Real Madrid? You are in a Real Madrid kit. The game is way tomorrow.
Yeah, because the game is tomorrow, and so that's why I'm wearing, my Real Madrid top today, because we are camping for the game tonight. From here, I'll go back to camp.
You camping? Where? Where are you camping?
Yeah.
Guys are in London.
we are camping for the game tonight. So
Where?
tomorrow we're going to be winning our 15th Champions League. So tonight I'm okay.
So you represent the fan clubs of Real Madrid. You guys are camping where?
No, it's an undisclosed place, and of course, only Madridistas know the place we are camping. So only if you are a member of Real Madrid, then you will know where we are. But even I have with me the executive committee member, fresh from Senegal. He's going to come on shortly.
Wow.
But he's asking us, so he doesn't know where we are camping.
Okay, it's a wonderful experience. Nice to have you for the first time via the stream. Yeah, I mean, this is your show. Just sports. There's a sports talk. Obviously, we talk big soccer extensively, but we've got to put the cap on football, women football, under 20, U17, and the big one, the national team. Mario Marinica and boys, 24-man team getting prepared for 2 leg attacks or for a double header of the leg. One firstly with Namibia, and then we do have Djibouti. Let's start first though, sorry, not Djibouti, but Sao Tome in principle. Let's start first though with women football, the U20 team back in Liberia.
Yeah, and for that, the female under 20 team is back in the country. They came yesterday, and one person who is a part of the committee, if you may, the competition committee there at WAFU is Liberia's Tikle Mokoni Jr. He's an executive member of the Liberia Football Association, and out of what was organized in Senegal, Thies, of course, he was one of those who organized everything, and so he's right here to just tell us some of the experience. So I will just turn it over to him, then you can talk to him from there. You see?
Okay, Tikle. Let me say thank you. Oh yeah, that's it right there. So you're in, my man. I didn't know. Welcome. Let's say firstly, congratulations for job well done.
Oh, thanks. It's a pleasure.
What was the experience like with those kids? I mean, U20 level. Not many people predicted Liberia, could have been so strong, like the way they played, especially in the group stage, and they reached the semi-final before losing only on penalty kick to Guinea-Bissau.
Well, I think it was a great experience for them. As we are all aware, it doesn't happen so often in our football history to reach those levels. And we should have actually reached the finals and play against Senegal. But like I said, and I've been saying, football is a game of chance and a game of luck. The best team does not always win on the day. So if you have the luck, you win. We had a couple of chances against Guinea-Bissau in the semi-finals that we have buried the game. Guinea-Bissau in the semi-finals that we have buried the game. So even after we scored against Guinea-Bissau, we had another goal to us in the kick. But again, that's the game of football. It's cruel. I mean, it's just not fair. We accept the result, and I think the guys were able to overcome that mental or psychological effect from the semi-final to win Guinea in the third place match.
What does this success is going to mean for us, particularly those kids on the level of U7, U20, and then also the U17 team, gearing up for another massive game that's going to bring joy? What sort of success that is going to prepare for us since we achieved so much in the last few days or so in Senegal?
Well, I think it's sending out a signal out to the world that indeed we are progressing. We are making progress, especially in women's football. Like you said, we are about to set a history. It's the last round. The under 17 will be playing Nigeria. Yes, it's a huge match. It's Nigeria. We all know they are one of the best in Africa, and we are going to the match as underdogs. But yet, not exactly as underdogs because we too sent our signal after eliminating one of the continent's best, Senegal. And it's going to be history. Just if we can cross against Nigeria and automatically qualifies to the U17 World Cup, it's going to be the first ever time Liberia will ever participate in such a tournament. So it's going to be history. It sent us signal that yes, we are improving, especially in the women's sector.
I want to talk about the performance of the staff. Obviously, Famata Dane had been in charge of the national team before. We know she's FIFA coaching instructor. We also know she holds a CAF B diploma on the continent. You grade her performance over the past days, if not weeks?
Well, as an individual, I would say she did well. Even though I'm not the technical person to grade her, but as an individual, from my own eyes, yes, she did a couple of changes that turned the game around. If you could remember the game against Sierra Leone, after she brought in Louis Brown, it was a nil-nil. Sierra Leone was dominating the match. She brought in Louis Brown, who had just arrived from Liberia from the under-17 match against Senegal. She turned the tide around and was able to defeat Sierra Leone 7-0. And then she made another decision that also went her way when she substituted a goalkeeper Pratt in the third place match at the 90th minute plus, and introduced the second choice goalkeeper, who turned to be the woman of the match in our view, but not in the tournament, by saving 2 penalties and allowing us to win the third place. So some of our substitutions were great, but tactics were okay. But like I said, we were like 5 minutes away from reaching the finals, and we slipped. It slipped us, maybe mentality-wise or stuff. But her overall performance was great, and I know she learned from some of the mistakes that were made and that she might have regretted. I think she will learn from it for the future.
I know we'll look back to that semi-final. We'll talk about ruined chances, okay? Player trying to play selfish, not playing one another. But before the first goal went in, before we could score first, there was a goal that was disallowed by Erica Person. What's your own independent opinion of that? Many people back home don't think the decision that the 8-hour 2 over the far side was correct to a flag off either Erica Person or Jacondi Jackson.
Well, yes. My overall view, my personal view, back home, yes, it was a goal. It was a clear goal. I have the clip here on my phone that I won't mind sharing with you that you could play on your show as well. It was a clear goal, and my inside source also told me that the referee was lashed at after the game briefing. Probably it would have been one of the turning point of the game. But again, I mean, it's football and we move on, but that was a clear-cut good. When you look at the video, Eureka and Edwino made the runs together, and Edwino kicked the ball, and the goalkeeper pat the ball back on the legs of Eureka, who had a defender ahead of her. So it wasn't actually offside.
Jacondi Jackson, she impressed a lot of people. I think 4 male or woman of the match award. How crucial were her goals? Top goal scorer, 6 goals in 5 matches. What sort of gem she was for Liberia?
Well, she was excellent. In fact, she was the talking point in Senegal. Actually, not winning the MVP was surprising to many others, but like I told few people, I think the decider was the third place match, which of course she did not perform to expectation or at that level. And I think probably she burned out too because she played 4 games, and that game was her 5th game. She played for every minute on the pitch. She was never substituted. So maybe fatigue could have an impact.
Yeah.
She was excellent. She was one of the talking points in Senegal. She scored 6 goals, 2 hat-trick. one against Sierra Leone, one against Mauritania.
Alberta Pra, 3 years back when I used to follow the sports, I think she was third choice playing with Shakhtar. In that year, they went down. But she's established herself. You could get the ball past the defense of our U20 side, and you still didn't get it past Alberta. She considered 1 goal in 5 outings or so. She was more of a blessing to Liberia than even the U20 team, you think?
Well, yes, she had a save that kept us up to the 5-5 penalties or the penalty shootout against Guinea-Bissau. After they scored, equalized on us, they had another glaring chance that would have knocked us out on the field of play, but she was there. She did excellent. She was on par with the Senegalese goalkeeper who won the best goalkeeper award, playing 5 games and not conceding at all. Whereas our goalkeeper, Alberta Pratt, conceded just a goal. It was in the 90th minute, 90-plus minute against Guinea-Bissau, and that goal was very splendid and excellent. But overall, she was very great and excellent.
Let's talk about our game before I take leave of you. You're very close to competition. As I get a committee member, chair on competition. A few years back, we've had only, I think, 10 clubs in our league. In fact, the whole country, women football had under 10 clubs. Over the last 2-3 years or so, we've been playing women football in at least 5 or 6 counties. Many clubs have emerged: Grand Juliet, Maryland, River G, Lofa, Nima County. What the competition committee have been at this level to have been able to open up leagues in the county and the girls can be able to compete?
Well, the girls have been getting to play, and through the women's department, we've been able to establish those leagues in the various counties through the referee authority there, the sub association, and even to add up Grand Creek County, I've just added women's soccer as well. And in fact, it's no longer regional league now; it's called the lowest league, and then we also have the community league. You know, this is something that FIFA and the world have been advocating to prioritize women's soccer and push them up there, and Liberia is no exception. And we have been doing that well, and then more girls have been encouraged to play as well. Now, as I speak to you, Maryland County will be hosting the U17 league anytime in July.
Okay, before I found out to take leave of you, not for the first time, the president of the LFA has mentioned that he wants for football, female football, to be played at the level of the National County Sports Meet, which is the nation's biggest sporting extravaganza. As competition committee chair and as a committee member, what's your stand on this?
Well, it's welcoming. Support. In fact, just yesterday on the airport, Alberta Pratt was also engaging me on it, like Brazil or EC. Why is it that we are not playing county meet football? Is not. I said, well, the LFA is being engaged in the MYS to include women's football in the county meet, and I believe strongly that the MYS, Ministry of Youth and Sport, is going to consider that decision anytime soon.
Tikle Mokande, fresh from Dakar, Senegal, joining us here. He was in different capacity, the general committee, that's general coordinator of WAFO Zone A, and then he was also keeping one eye, on our U20 team. Let me say thanks ever so much. You're listening or following Sports Talk on Intel Sports. My name is Ben, presenting from the studio. Trojan Kiazulu is on the screen as well. There you have Tikle Mokande. So let's go back to Trojan. Trojan, you should be there.
Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Let me hand it over to Trojan.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you.
The man spoke French to you, Ben, but we don't have much time. So, yes, Ben, I think you would just take on the... Yeah, so you spoke with him there, and he told you everything. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Trojan cares. They're fading away from our screen. and he was talking to me on the issue of the U17, U20 successes in recent time. My name is Ben Garkwan. I'm here with you now until 8:30. We can now talk about the development from the Ministry of Youth and Sports on today in collab with the Liberia Football Association. Mario Marinika, the head coach of the Lone Star national team, who hails from Romania, and 5 or 6 other staff, with the team. I understand there was a meeting here today at the Ministry of Youth and Sports in collab with the LFA, where the government made it clear through the Sports Ministry that it has settled obligations with the national team coaches on the eve of the team traveling to South Africa to take on Namibia on the 7th of June, and then a few days, I think on the 5th of June, few days after taking on Sao Tome and Principe in Morocco. Let's now go straight and get a view of that press conference or the meeting today between the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the LFA, where the revelation of the coach's salary payment was made through the Minister of Youth and Sports, Councillor Cole Bangalu.
Sports, Honorable Bangalu. Welcome to the meeting.
Thank you, gentlemen, and welcome. It's just a short briefing. We had a discussion with you guys yesterday, and we mentioned that indeed we have a problem with settling the Lone Star coach salary arrears. The government is doing everything possible, like we promised yesterday, to ensure that that situation is resolved. So we have had a good discussion with the coach this morning, and we are well on course, and that at least the coach is going with the national team for the games in Namibia and subsequently Sao Tome, and he's gone with some renewed dynamism to ensure that the team will perform to its zenith. So last week we made interventions. We were able to provide $1 million Liberian to the national team for training, because we didn't want interruptions in the training sessions here. And then a few days ago we also provided $4,000 to the coach for part of his contract that deals with feeding. And just this morning, through the CSR, which is Corporate Social Responsibility of the National Port Authority, based on our engagement with them, we presented $20,000 to the coach Mario Marinika this morning against his arrear. And so he again told us that he is very, very happy with our intervention, and he's going to do everything possible along with his team to ensure that the team will proceed. Last night, and I'm happy my Deputy Minister for Sports, Honorable Andy Kwame, is here, but the government was able to provide a little over $309,000 to the national team for the travel. And so we again would like to commend the government of Liberia, even though it is government responsibility because it's national team, but at least the money was provided. And so we can say, yes, the team will leave for the games. We just took over, and we're going to do everything possible to avert any recurrence of anything that looks like not abiding by the contracts with the coaches and other obligations that we have to our national team, because these are Liberians who are doing all they can to represent us and flying our colors high out there. So we're going to do everything possible. So I just wanted to provide the briefing to you that we just provided $20,000 US to the coach against his arrear. And last night we provided from the government of Liberia the amount a little over $309,000 US to the national team. And that is in addition to the previous $1 million Liberian dollars and $4,000 US that the Ministry of Youth and Sports provided respectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So that was Minister Councillor Cole Gerald Bangolu there today at a press briefing. Very briefly held at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, talking about government making commitment to the national team coaches and also providing over $300,000 for the trip of the national team to South Africa to play Namibia, to play Sao Tome and Principe. Well, let's now talk to Andy Kwame because we will stay a little bit longer in the ministry. Let's talk to Andy. I just want to talk about government, support to football. This is highly commendable. Andy is on the line. Let's say a pleasant welcome, Minister Kwame. This is Sports Talk on Intel Sports.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. Let me say thank you that you always make yourself available to us. Well, government settle arrears of a national team coach put forward.
No. They did not settle no area.
Sorry?
To say it is settle area, no.
I just heard the minister talk about that. But what I want to talk about is the fact that government have come out to fund the national team trip, and you look at the successes of the female national team in recent time. I mean, does it mean that the government is going to commit more to football, particularly to female football?
Well, firstly, we want to congratulate the Liberia Football Association for their support to the female team, the Honor 17, the Honor 20, our national team, and all our programs at the Liberia Football Association. President Raji and his executive committee want to say thank you for the support. We want more. But you know that the government is in transition. As a matter of fact, the budget was just passed just last week, and NFA alone, their project this year is almost $4 million, and we were given just $1.3 million for all national teams. As you are aware, we have 34 sporting federations and associations. So $1.3 million. National team trip to Djibouti, the trip to Sao Tome and Namibia is almost around $450,000. When you take the amputee trip to Egypt, and Athletics Federation is also going to the Paris Olympic, the money is already finished. So how do we go to September, October, and the World Cup qualifier, African Cup of Nations qualifier, the Honor 20 is coming in October, the Honor 17 is coming in October, AFCON qualifier starts in September. Honor 20 will be hosted in Liberia in September. So it's huge. And also government also have other priorities, not just sports or not just football. When we talk about sports in Liberia, we have 34 sporting federations and associations, and at least 10 of them are also engaged. The Paralympics is also engaged. The Deaf Sports Federation is also engaged. So it's too much, and I'm not sure the government in this time have the capacity to even service all 4 federations and associations. Or how BA will be continue to talk behind the scene to make sure how we can break even or how we can help most of the federations and associations to meet the demand. But the demand is not easy.
I know.
We have 1.3 million in the budget. Just the Liberia Football Association alone is more than 4 million. So you can imagine where we are.
We already have a budget shortfall just only from one federation.
But honestly, we want to, in this manner, appreciate the LFA for the Honor 17, the Honor 20 female. They have been doing exceptionally well. Like I was told by the FA, we are just 180 minutes away from the World Cup. If we can do the double or at least do better past Nigeria, our Honor 17 will be going to the World Cup for the first time.
You struck a significant point that had to do with our amputee team in Egypt. Obviously, they qualify for the World Cup as well. The government of Liberia, Ministry of Youth and Sports, play any part in your departure for that Nations Cup?
Their crew was sponsored 100%.
And will it be sponsored again 100% in the World Cup?
Well, like I just said to you, we were given 1.3 million in the budget for sports. And I just named to you that the 1.3 is already finished.
We'll look for money somehow.
We got to go back behind the scene to have some conversation with the Ministry of Finance. We got to have conversation with the budget department at the Ministry of Finance. These are things that we cannot continue to talk on radio because only magic or miracle will perform for all national teams and all federations and associations to meet their international obligation. But we cannot continue to discuss it on the radio. We have to consult with the Ministry of Finance to discuss some of these things off the radio and off the record so that we can find means for all the federations and associations to meet their international obligations.
Thank you. So, not to take much of your time, before I take leave of you, basketball was on this platform a couple of days ago. They talk about their budget, 68,000, the whole league. They're going to host the FIBA Zone 3 competition right there behind your office at the SKD Gymnasium there. Their budget is 45,000. Have you had a chance to speak to them, or have they put forth in front of you any budget where we spoke?
No, I haven't seen the budget for the Basketball Federation. But Ben, I just told you we were giving 1.3 million in the budget, and just the Liberia Football Association alone is just 4 million for all their projects. The amputee just came back; their budget was 150-something thousand. The Athletics Federation is going to the Paris Olympics. Their budget is around 200,000. When you sum all that, and I think the Deaf Federation budget 172,000. When you add all the 1.3 million, is already finished before we can even reach June. So, but again, we'll have conversation with the Ministry of Finance. We'll sit with them, have a conversation, so that all our federations and associations can also have the opportunity meeting of the international obligation.
Okay, thank you, Andy Kwame. Thanks so much for coming on Sports Talk.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Andy Kwame is Deputy Minister of Sports there, as always, responding to our call on this platform. You're viewing Sports Talk on Intel Sports. We basically say we're going to talk beach soccer. So we'll discuss the training issue, U17 female football. They have a big game here in Monrovia on the 9th against Nigeria. On top of that, the LFA have played to individuals and community members and so forth, and business institutions and corporations to come out and fund their own national team. So when that plea was made, I've got to mention that the original countrymen movement, they call it OCM movement. Okay, they make a donation of 200,000 Liberian dollar and 25 bags of 25 kg rice. Okay, that was on Wednesday. Okay, at the headquarters of the LFA there in Congotan, Swankamo community. Also, Representative Bridge, having heard it only once from the president of the LFA, Mustafa Raji, she also made a donation of 200 United States dollars. In the aftermath of that, the following day on Thursday, Bernard Ure, businessman residing in Kivisburg, where the U17 team are camping, he made available to the team 1,000 United States dollars. And that donation was done right on the camp of the national team. And then in addition, Shakhtar Angel CEO and president, coincidentally, the daughter of Bernard Ure also pledged 1,000 United States dollars if the team go on to win Nigeria on the 9th of June at the SKD. My name is Ben Garba. I'm still here with you. I'm going to take this short break. When I come back, I'm going to get Clarence Lee Chie. I hope I got my pronunciation correct. Clarence Lee Chie is LFA Beach Soccer coordinator. We enter into week 5 of beach soccer this weekend. We'll keep you up to date on how the league looks like and what's the prospects of beach soccer in Liberia over the past 2 years or so since they've had their back-to-back league running in the history of the sport. Stay there if you can. Right after this short break, Clarence and I return. Okay, welcome back to the program. After that very short break, my name is Ben. Today is Friday, the last day of the month, 31st May, obviously last edition of the week. You are viewing into sports, and this is Sports Talk. Let's now see whether we can get Clarence Lee Chair. Clarence Lee Chair is beach soccer coordinator at the Liberia Football Association. It's an emerging sports, to be very honest, but it's getting some momentum over the past 24 months or so. They've been recognized in Africa already and also in the world over with FIFA. Okay, but the best person we can get closer to describe, the beach soccer and their achievement is no other but Mr. Chie. Chie, let's say pleasant welcome. Thanks for your patience as well. This is Sports Talk.
Thank you so much, Ben. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay. Let's start with the history of beach soccer in Liberia. Not many know about beach soccer, the history of it in our country. When did we start to play beach soccer?
If you look at the trend of beach soccer have been playing in Liberia from the 60s, but unknown, meaning that people only go on the beach for mere recreation to play. I saw the different Jericho now where they're all playing on the beach down West Point and so forth. But beach soccer came into being in 1992 when FIFA decided to make it formal because the Brazilians used to play that on the beach as well. So it came into being since 1992. And the Liberia Football Association, being very smart to a certain level, picked it up in the year 2016. Then when the Mustafa Raji regime took over, decided to make it more formal by having series of tournaments. After the series of tournaments sat on the drawing board, it began to carry to the league system. So now we are in the league system of beach soccer.
Okay, so you've been running the league successfully for the last 2 years now. Hello?
Oh, yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, I said we've been running the league for the last 2 years now, right? This time we are in the 5th round of matches this weekend. What significant improvement has been done, or significant improvements have been done than the last league season we had?
Significant in the sense that there are a lot of great significance in the game, especially with the players. The players have picked up their game. They have good momentum. And what added more flavor to it is that we are playing the right beach soccer ball. It was brought in by the president when he came from Indonesia. And because of the right beach soccer ball, the goals have increased. The Broadway Raiders beat the defending champion last time 8-4. And the league leader, Blackburn Warriors, are scoring more goals. They never scored less than 5 goals since the league started. So, the league has improved, especially the players, the momentum they are grabbing. And the fans are also trooping in at the PHP Park. So there have been a tremendous improvement from the previous edition of the league.
So how many teams do we currently have in this year's edition of the league?
We have 16. 16 have met the full requirement. Being the FIFA.
And when it's a full requirement, what do you talk about? What are the fundamental requirements?
First of all, you have to be a corporate body in the sense that having your business registration, article of incorporation, bank account, then you apply to the FA. The FA do some vetting to see you. You also have to get into the FIFA Connect. Then you can be accepted as a beach soccer club.
Okay, so like I said, round 5 is this weekend. How many games we're talking about playing? Do we play on a home and away basis? How long is the league?
Yeah, we play on a home and away basis. The league is not a one-phase league. It's a home and away basis. We're in the first phase, and we have the second phase to come up. The league is started on the 4th of May, and probably will be ending on the 7th of July.
So just for about 2 months.
Yes.
Is it possible for us to play the league biannually? Because if we play the league in 2 months and say we get prepared 1 month before, 1 month after the league, 4 months there, we still get a remainder of 8 months ahead. can we make a proposal to play the beach soccer national league annually or biannually?
It's not a matter of us making a proposal. It's already in the plan that we play the league biannually because
Okay.
the third edition will come out in October, the ending part of October. Because beach soccer has to be played during the drought season. So we are looking at the weather. So at the end of October, we start the third league season. So it is now the matter of making a recommendation, something that we start on the drawing board, and we all agree, the beach soccer committee and the competition committee. So we all agree to that. So we'll be playing it. Besides that, the beach soccer have a lot of other activities. Right after the league, we'll be having the FA Cup. We are trying to find sponsor. We'll also be having another special cup coming out. In one of the honorable, I met with him, we spoke at the House of Senate. So there will be a lot of activities concerning the beach soccer. Besides the FA Cup, we're also planning to play the President Cup. So there'll be a lot of activities all through the year for beach soccer. So it's not only just the league.
And in a competition, obviously, they have got to be sponsor to get it going. The LFA has been faced with financial challenges, as always, and not many people thinking about beach soccer. When you say LFA, people only think about football. So what has been the cost of running the league, the beach soccer league, for a period of calendar, let's say a period to play the league? What has been the cost of running the league, and where do you get that funding from?
Mr. Gagba, to run the league is very costly. The LFA have tried a lot. The LFA have pulled out everything that she could do. And besides that, even at the LFA level, we are going into the personal pocket of people to keep the league running. I think I heard the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports speaking. The budget for sports is already short, very small, and even LFA activity alone is more than that. If you add beach soccer to what he just measured concerning the 400,000, we'll be going to 500,000. Now we are running into people's personal pocket and nobody else pocket but the president to keep beach soccer moving.
What do you think beach soccer can do extraordinarily to attract sponsors?
Is to educate the public the importance of beach soccer, make them to come to the park to watch the beach soccer and grab the concept, the momentum. That's why we are all here making the effort to encourage people to come at the PHP Park to see for themselves, not only here. Because as soon as people see, they try to understand what is going on. Last March, I quite remember people were there arguing concerning where the penalty areas are, and some of what make it from the yellow flag, rather, is 9 meters from the goal to the yellow flag. So within that area, there's a penalty. So when more people come, they understand the game, they'll be able to put in their cash or to put in their effort, whatsoever thing. So we are trying to make that a publicity, including what we are doing here now, and encourage the general public to come to the game, then we can attract sponsors.
Does that mean you have to have the inputs or the presence of journalists involved? Because in this sort of sports, the easiest way to have it spread across is to have the journalists informed and learn the rules of the game, because they are the one most often that have the platform, like us here at Intel Sports. We can't talk about the sports. We can be able to attract more viewers and listeners, to the rules of the game and so forth. So are you prepared to go the extra mile to attract journalists to the LFA in series? The rules can be taught so they can be able to go there and explain to the people on a wider platform.
Yes, I've been trying in my own weak way, my own little strength, meeting with the press. I visited about 3 studio programs and also been inviting them. One thing I got to know, and Liberian people got to know, must know, is that the press are the official mouthpiece of whatsoever thing the public need to know. So the more the press come in, I think the more the public will be what to know, and the game will be spread all over Liberia. So I'm also using this medium to encourage all our press to have that medway to come to the game and be able to spread the game, the good news.
So we'll talk about 6 teams in the league.
Yes, 6.
And you said they play back to back. How does the league look like currently?
Currently, the league is very fine. People are catching up with the rules. I just posted in the chat room again the modern rules sent to us by the Beach Soccer Worldwide from Barcelona, Spain. I posted in the chat room, especially concerning the goalkeeper receiving a back pass. It shouldn't be more than 3. So when you receive more than 3 back pass, now it's a penalty. So they need to know that. Also, nobody cannot score from just the center. Center in the ball straight or straight ball. It have to be passed to the second player. So all these things make the league very, very much unique. The rules of beach soccer is what made beach soccer. So we are encouraging people to come, and we are will also be available to educate them, and we are here to answer any question that they are in doubt, or will be able to give them the right answer to help them understand beach soccer.
Okay, so you talk about the formation of other competition after the league ends, the FA Cup, and other off-season competitions. When is that going to get away, and what's the momentum of it?
Oh, we are on the drawing board now. We don't want for the July 26th Independence Day to just go on noon to the people. So we are on the drawing board now for the July 26th tournament. And then we'll be coming on the drawing board also for the August 24th tournament and so forth. So we are everything on the drawing board. As soon as we have concluded, we'll let the press know to be able to blow it onto the public.
And talk about sponsorship. What's the award or what the LFA tend to give out to winners of the Beach Soccer League, the FA Cup, and other competition? Because you've been bemoaning the fact that you don't have sponsors, and to run the league is very expensive. So the clubs that are playing in the competition, what do they tend to benefit?
They tend to benefit so many things. Number one, exposure to the general public. That's the most important thing. Also, the players tend to benefit their recruitment on the national team because we'll have a beach soccer national team. And in so doing, the FA is also pushing forward to getting some fund for us. The budget has been passed at the LFA Extraordinary Congress. And also, we thank God that the budget has been passed from the Ministry of Youth and Sport and for the government. So I believe that out of all the budgets and things, some will be allocated fine for beach soccer. In the meantime, we're also looking up to other sponsors. We spoke to some other people and said, let's start, and they will come in later. Like one expert, they said we should start, they will come in. So I believe they are also on their own drawing board. So everything we just pray for the better. And one good thing I love about beach soccer is very peaceful. From the first edition to date, there have been no confusion. People understand the league, people understand the rule. Even if they are in doubt, they have been very patient. I must commend them for that. So I think with that good attitude, we attract more investors and more people and sponsors to come in.
And you talk about the organization of the league, the second year, LFA supervises it. What has been the level of connection you've had with the parent body of beach soccer in Africa, and let alone in the world at the level of FIFA? What has been the assistance been granted to Liberia beach soccer?
Yeah, the basic of rule or basic fundamental for which one can be attracted or to get some assistance from the beach soccer worldwide based in Barcelona is for you to play 2 successful beach league. Then on the FIFA level, for you to play 3 successful leagues, then they start to give you some subvention. So that while we are fighting hard in our own way to reach there. And I must commend the FA, especially the President Executive Committee, for bringing the league to fruition.
So 6 things for now. Are there plans to increase the number of teams in the league to create competition, and then also create a sub-league where we can have promotion, demotion, so that the clubs can be competitive?
Yeah, Ben, it seems that you are Saki to some extent, because all these are in our plan. We just discussed it. In October, we'll be having a special tournament. From that tournament, the winner and the running up, we have to promote them automatically to make the team 18th. Then we'll have the balance team. We'll have a second division side, but we'll be having promotion and demotion in the 3rd edition of the Beach Soccer National League.
And if a different division has been formed that will support promotion and demotion, obviously, which is intended for competition, would that awareness be made to the African Beach Soccer body and at the level of FIFA as well? Is there a special package that will be given to Beach Soccer in Liberia for trying to form 2 leagues and increase the number of clubs' participation?
I would say 100% yes, because when we are playing, we'll draw all our playing, we send it to them, the local aid, and they give it approval. They will give it an approval and give us the go ahead to do that. And so, in so doing, then they'll be able to push us because we play our first league based on the momentum the first league had. They saw some of the footage, the video, the action picture were inducted into the African Beach Soccer Union. And the Beach Soccer Worldwide based in Barcelona said, no, play the second league successfully, then we will see what we can do. On the FIFA level, play 3, we'll also see what we can do. So that's why we are squeezing, we are squeezed our FA, the executive committee, the president, for us to have the league successfully play. It's not easy, but at the end, it will be worth it.
Yeah, I know. So I just hope that everything, goes on as planned. Expansion of beach soccer or any sports is a major thing that the administrators keep their eyes on. For the most part, the beach soccer we're talking about is being played in Montserrat. What are the plans to extend? I mean, firstly, to neighboring counties, the Bombing, the Cape Mount, the Magidi, the Grand Bassa, and so forth, so as to encourage more people playing the sports?
It is in our plan to expand the beach soccer league to most of the counties. I've spoken to somebody in Grand Bassa, I've spoken to somebody in Bon County, I've spoken to somebody in Magibi, spoken to somebody in Cape Mount. But all these need funding. But before the funding, we can think about the funding, we will move in right after the league to have what we call the awareness tournament, taking at least 2 or 4 of the clubs that are participating to go and play there and play against the locals, or to see how the game look like. Then we'll carry on workshop. People must be trained. That's the only way people understand what they are doing. So we'll carry on workshop and so forth. When I was speaking to a higher up person from one country, they said, well, how can it be? We don't have a beach. We said, no, the rule says you have a balanced end. Not smooth, not rough. A balanced end should be 40 centimeters deep, and the perimeter should be at least 35 to 37 meters long and 26 to 28 meters of weight. And we can play the beach soccer. So, for true, so we thought we were only supposed to have a beach. We said no. So I even spoke to somebody in Nima County. The person said, oh, if that can be, then we'll give it a trial. So we have to move in our men quickly to have a workshop to tell them how it look like. Then we go, if they give out the error, we inspect the error and see the kind of sand that will be placed there. So beach soccer is not only limited to the beach area. I will send you some photos, you see all landlord coverage, they are playing beach soccer. And they don't have a beach. So it's the game. So we all just have to keep carrying on the good messages, the education for people to grab the concept, and we all fly with beach soccer in Liberia.
Okay, if I may ask you this very important one, have you considered kids to play beach soccer? And 51% of our population is youth, most of them in school, grade schools. Do you think we can use those grade school students to introduce the sports, make it part of, the recreation, and then our objective can be achieved to have more people playing the sports, which is going to support the organization of more clubs?
Yes, Mr. Garba, these are all in our plan. We want to take beach soccer to ISA, or to introduce to the school. So we have it on our list as part of our plan to take it to ISA. We're also thinking about bringing the women edition of beach soccer on board, because we see that our women are moving fast. Somebody need to come to beach soccer. I spoke with one of the president of one of the big clubs, the women female club. She said, oh wow. So I invited her to come to see beach soccer the coming Sunday. She gave me the go ahead that she will be there. So at least when she see, we'll give her the rules, she'll be able to understand, she can speak to her people. We have been talking to other people, so ISA is on our list to be able to help to carry the good message of beach soccer. And also try to think. When we were talking about the female participation into the country meet, I said, oh, I think I'm going to write a proposal to the minister. You can start to think about this as well. So all those things we have to think about it. The sport have to be exposed to the people.
Okay, so the technical part of the game, you talk about we talk about the players, we talk about the club, we talk about plans to expand beach soccer, the league, and recruit more players. But I like for us to look at the technical aspect of the game. Okay, how do we officiate in beach soccer? What are those you are using to officiate in the competition? And FIFA is very concerned that there is a whole team being set up whenever there are sports are being played, whether it is futsal, whether it is beach soccer, whether it is football. You have to take it at the team component, the medical component, the referee component, and the coaches component as well. What has been your level of interaction with referees that officiate in beach soccer? What have you been planning to improve the capacity and to include more people on board? Because it's very cardinal when you compete in the FIFA sanctioned competition. I mean, you have to have all these conditions being satisfied.
Thank you so much, Ben. We have had a lot of training, especially for the referees. This soccer is operating just the same as you see normal football is operating. The four pillars of football is involved: the administrative arm, the technical arm, the medical arm, and the referee arm. We'll have series of workshop for the referees. I must say a big thank you to the referee director, so Ebenezer Kona, or how to call the other fellow, or I've forgotten his name. And also to Alex Namo, they have been very
Okay.
instrumental. And if you look at the beach soccer in West Africa, it is only Liberia and Ghana have female officiating. Even the Great Nigeria don't have female officiating. We have female officiating in our beach soccer. So that's one great improvement for us. The Great Nigeria, they don't have, even Senegal, they don't have female officiating. Liberia and Ghana have female officiating. I think we have about 4 female officiating in our beach soccer league. In Ghana, they have 2. So that's
So,
the burden for them. We have the medical arm, they're always there, the medical team, the officials are always there, the administration. One man cannot miss beach soccer league is the first vice president, Mr. Professor Connor, he's always there watching the beach soccer game. And with the technical crowd, we are there. We are training the referee, they did their practical, they did their theory, they did the theory, and they did the practical as well on the beach. And we have a referee workshop. So everybody just, you know, the education have to be spread for people to understand. That's the reason why you see beach soccer is so unique. There's no confusion because people understand what they are going to do.
and you talk about Alex Nambo, referee director Stanley Conan, 4 other females officiating in the league. Aside from Ghana, that's the only country where have female referees. How did you get these people to officiate as beach soccer official? Because pretty well, this is a new sport that the LFA is running the 2nd edition of a league. Obviously, you need to train people. What sort of referees are you looking for, and how do you recruit your officials to participate in these competitions?
Also, we have a meeting with the referee department, their director, and we told him, we unveiled to him our plan. So he was very instrumental. He said, "Oh, but we have a lot of referee entries." So I was texting some of them that have interest to go to beach soccer. When he put out the announcement, most of them came. We have 12 of them came. We had a workshop. Out of the 12, we have 4 female among them. They were very competitive. They had a workshop, they had the training, and they took part in the first edition. Not the second edition, they was also there. All the rules and regulations, even during the workshop, you could see that female were answering more questions than the male. That to tell you that they have great interest. So I mean, they were very good to us by sending the referee. They train their referee, they know their referee, and we give them the rules. One thing we don't have the rules are on our chat in our chat room. Send the rules of a photo. And Ellis number with his wisdom and knowledge, he interpret the rule to the letter for the people to understand. So the referee department have been very good to us. The medical arm too have been very good. Beach soccer is just picking up. I can assure you that in the next 2 years, Liberia will be a country to reckon with when it comes to beach soccer.
And talking about the medical arm, where do you get the support from? Do you get it from Liberia Sports Medical Association?
Yes, and they have been compensated by the Liberia Football Association.
Wow. Is there extra training? Is there extra training the medics have to go through to tend to beach soccer players when they're on duty?
I think they've gone through their own training, but they have to be fit
Okay.
because running sand that is 40 centimeter deep is not an easy thing. So even the referee said they went through the training. So the players too, everybody have to go through the training. This soccer, the good thing about it is that everybody have to be in one uniform. The one uniform is you have to be barefooted, no matter who you are.
So why is play barefooted? Why? You can still wear your shoes and play in the sand.
No, this soccer is different. I think there are great technocrats that sat down and crafted that law, that rules. They will debate upon it. They pull out their argument and they won the argument. So it has been passed into law since 1992. So nobody can wear or footwear to play beach soccer. That's, I don't think it's going to be unique as it is now. So I think there was great wise men that put that thing together. Even
Okay.
out the
If you had
government kick off, any other official, you have to put your 10 toes to take the kick off. You can't be in your shoe and take a kick off. There's a game beach soccer.
Okay. Okay, so chance to make recommendation. I mean, if you attend a African Beach Soccer Congress or FIFA Beach Soccer Congress, what would you say representing Liberia at that level of the sports?
We need more equipment. We need more educators. People should come and teach our people a lot of workshops, seminar, referee seminar for beach soccer, coaching seminar for beach soccer, or administrator seminar for administrators, and yes, the best seminar, the best knowledge we can get from beach soccer to be able to use it. We may have the skill, but if we lack the knowledge, the requisite knowledge, we may fail. So we need all this education to augment the skills and reach somewhere far in beach soccer.
So does that mean I'm sorry for interrupting. Are you there?
Also allow them out for sponsorship.
Okay, it's always,
You have
the
our own
hitch.
soccer stadium. What we are using is a private area or just a public area, but it's good. Maybe there could be an agreement between the FA and the management there to upgrade that area to make it an international standard.
So for the most part, what has been, I mean, over the past years, how do you get the coaches in these sports? Because even though it's close to football, but I show there are different trainings that have been done and different rules as opposed to football. So who are the personnel you have that are trained, are coaches specifically for beach soccer? Or you just take the same football coaches and say, oh, go, you can be the coach for beach soccer, and the person stands on the line as coach?
Not really. Every coaching seminar they have, I always go there to pronounce beach soccer. Gentlemen, I want some of you guys to come to beach soccer. And even the coach educator always told them, say, no, beach soccer is speaking, you can go there. So when they come, we give them the beach soccer or training material. There's a video. They look at it and they go on their training ground to perform there. I also monitor their training grounds. That's one of my work I do. So even then, go to PHP Park, you see Black and Warrior training and see them go according to the video that we send them. You go to Banana Beach, you see single beach soccer training. They go according to the video. Also, a soccer ambassador. So there's a certain video clip to send us from Barcelona for beach soccer training, for the technical aspect for coaches. So the coaches go about doing this thing. That's the reason why it's good for you to attend the first seminar on the Liberia Football Association coaching level, the lesson D, beginner level, lesson D, CAF, lesson C, and so forth. If you have that requisite knowledge, then you can come in. Almost like somebody having a BSc, and you're qualified to go for the master program. So that's how they look like.
And then over the past months, since the inception of the first league, the second league is almost going midway. There are plans to play the FA Cup and other competitions. Honestly, have you got international trainers from outside to come into your country, Liberia, to train? I mean, those people you have as coaches, as referees, and so forth.
No, not yet. We are rating them, and they say we should hold on. They are planning their timetable to be able to come. So at the end of the second league, before the third league, we'll be having people to come and train us. That's the reason why they send all those videos to all the spread to the people to watch them and use it as the working tools for them. Later, before they can come in, it happened to many countries where it work. It took Ghana 3 years before people could have a beach soccer seminar. So that's the truth.
So you're talking about the materials to send. What are the key and essential materials that are important? Soccer training, I mean, for the organization of competition, for teams to play, to survive the whole league season. If that football, we know we need corn, we need agility ladder, we need bib, and football, shin guard, and football shoes, and so forth. What significant, materials are needed to play beach soccer?
Your shin guard you talk about is out. Your soccer shoe is out. You can have an ankle grip because your heel must
Okay.
show and your 10 toes must show. If you don't have that, you can have a bandage, but your heel must show and your 10 toes must also show. But most important is the ball. We need the ball, the cones, the agility ladder, the slalom pole, and so forth. Because the game of the training of beach soccer is movement. How to move forward and come backward, and also how to kick. So you have to have enough balls. So we are very thankful to the president. In his wisdom, he brought up 15 blue of beach soccer ball. I mean, people.
How many balls?
15 so far.
Okay.
15.
Is that sufficient to end the league?
Yes, it's sufficient to end the league.
So, what makes the beach soccer ball different from the original football?
It's a little bit lighter than the original
Okay.
football in terms of weight. And when you pump in it, there are certain level of air need to go in there as compared to the original football, the traditional football play. The reason is that you're playing the same, all fighting for balance. You're fighting for movement. It don't have to be hard. You have to be something very unique that can move faster. Because for the ball to even roll on the surface is also a challenge. So it doesn't have to be hard like the normal ball. So when we got the ball, we saw that the game have improved, the scoring have improved. Goalkeeper found it difficult to even make those saves they used to make. So I mean, that's the game there. That's all about this.
I think when you call the score lines 8-4, 5-3, 6-3. What's the beauty of beach soccer? They say plenty of goals, or we see a very tight cage game. For example, in football, we can watch a whole football game 0-0. Even two-legged ties can stay in 0-0 on the aggregate. What's about beach soccer?
The most important thing and unique thing about beach soccer is the goal scoring. Because at the end, there must be a winner. There's no draw game in beach soccer.
Why?
After the 36 minutes, yeah, because we play 3 periods. One period constitutes 12 minutes, 3 minutes break, another 12 minutes, 3 minutes break, the last period, 12 minutes. So 36 minutes. If, for instance, the score tie in at 36 minutes, 2-2, you go for extra time, which is 3 minutes extra time. Just exactly 3 minutes. After that extra time, when it also tie, you go for a penalty shootout. When the penalty shootout is going on, sudden death. It's sudden they can call and if and only if, for whatever reason that people cannot see, the goalkeeper cannot see the ball clear, you toss a coin. So there must be a winner. In winning,
On that day, on the same day.
the same day. In winning, the points varies. If you win in the 4th time, you have your 3 points. If you win the extra time, you have 2 points. If you win in the post-match penalty, you have 1 point. If you win the tossing of coin, you have 1 point.
So, tell me what's the difference between winning in extra time to get 2 points and winning on penalty to get 1 point. So, when you win on penalty, you get 1 point. Then, how many points your opponent that want on to lose the game on penalty will have?
You have no point. Mr. Lou should tell you that the game is very competitive. It's full of a lot of strength, movement. So if you win in the extra time, it means that you are extra. If you cannot win the extra time, win at post penalty, it means you're also extra by being skillful. But the most important thing is for you to win in the 4th time. But
Okay.
nobody can predict the future. So if it happens like that, you go by the rules of the game.
Okay. Clarence Leche, let me be very honest with you. I mean, we had a fruitful conversation. We talked about a lot, and we got to close on this weekend presentation of Sports Talk. Is there anything you want to end the interview with, or any question I didn't ask you, so we can just close on that?
I want to use the medium to invite the general public to keep coming. I've sent information, important information, the picture and everything to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I hope to see them there this coming Sunday at the PHP Park, Unification Park in PHP. And let more people come and see how beach soccer look like. Let us play beach soccer together, let's develop it together, let's grow it together, and let us win together. It is all about Liberia.
Okay. Thank you so much, my friend. Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you so much. Sorry that I couldn't be too clear because there's no electricity.
No
Listen
wonder.
up.
It's okay. Thanks so much. At least you made effort. Thank you for coming on.
Ciao.
Okay, so that's Clarence Liche fading away there from our screen. You're viewing Sports Talk on Intel Sports. My name is Ben Gagba. You heard from Trojan Kezulu as well in this presentation. And let me say to my friend Christopher Walker, who's unable to be here because he's been under the weather since he left from here on Monday. I wish you speedy recovery, my friend. I hope we can reunite again early on in the week. But let's talk about the Liberia national team and the travel of the Lone Star to South Africa to take on Namibia. And then a few days after, they're going to travel to Morocco to play Sao Tome and Principe. At the start of play, Tunisia lead the way, 100% record, 6 points from the possible 6. Namibia second, and that's Malawi second, and then you have Liberia in third. That follows after Equatorial Guinea were docked 6 points for illegally featuring a player I think was suspended and unknowingly, or if you like, knowingly playing Emilio Insua Lopez in those 2 matches of the opening World Cup qualifier, even though they won 6 points, but those points were docked then, and they should find themselves at the bottom. You may think you gave Liberia a lifeline while they are currently in turn to Namibia. That's a tricky trip, I must mention, and they also have another trip away to Sao Tome and Principe. Well, let's just give you the lineup, the 24 players that are traveling with the national team. We discussed those players the other day. I can put those players back on the screen for you, and then we just rumble you through the names once our guy can do it. So the players include, firstly, goalkeepers Abdullahi Kolobari, Teddy Cody, Tomin Songos. The defenders are Kemal Kamara from Bean Mountain, Samson Dwyer plays a squad football in Europe for Victoria Pearson, Nato Swan plays for Watanga, Musa Sese, Watanga as well, Philip Tanu, I think Watanga, Nelson Laumi in Forces, second division, Sebastian Tikla Liska, Mark Paiba played in Europe for the moment. The midfielders are Morfield Oscar Dolly, others play for Slaven Prague. Nahar Kanan is in Scotland. Mohamed Sangari, Abdullahi Bedete plays a club football here locally, and so is Usman Shanbari. Lawrence Coleman of Painesville FC made it caught up after a precious goal against Invisible 11I that won the Orange Cup for the Painesville-based club. Shiko Sherry keeps his place in goal in midfield. Member of Liska delegate on the team, and obviously the deputy vice captain Chancey Freeman. The forwards include Terry Sykert from the LPRS with others, Peter Wilson played away from home, Mark Yala of Muscat FC, that's Kalana FC Liberia, and Gibson. So that will do it for the team that travel on tomorrow with Mario Maranika in South Africa and a few days after in Morocco to play 2 World Cup qualifiers. It's been a fascinating one. My name is Ben Gagba. We'll bid you goodbye for this week, and we are returning on Monday where we'll be discussing the national team through all the other significant progress that are made with respect to the U17 female team preparation ahead of their double-leg attack with Super that's the Eagles female team Nigeria here in Liberia. So the first leg is on the 9th of June and the second leg in a couple of days' time. My name is Ben Gagba. Let me say thanks to everyone. Wish you speedy recovery, Christopher Walker. Many thanks to you, the Rio Ronaldo, for coming on from from a Real Madrid camp as we take on Borussia Dortmund on tomorrow in the Champions League final. Obviously, it will be played at Wembley. Okay, Wembley will be hosting the 8th Champions League final, the most by any other single venue in European football. I will be there. I will watch the final as well. I wish you have a great day if you're a big European football followers. Wishing Real Madrid very well, but also wishing Borussia Dortmund very well. My name is Ben, bidding you goodbye. Have a pleasant night.